I just feel like you see on the back end the adults who didn't get that. And then you end up being in relationships with people who are fighting for attention in their marriage or competing with their children. How do you feel like you've seen adults who potentially never got their own individual identity fostered as when they were younger, like maybe even competing with their siblings and how that manifests as an adult?
Yeah, I mean, you see it like in a lot of reality shows, right? You see people looking and seeking attention who probably would have wanted more when they were younger, and now they are actually seeing. We see it live and in public on TV. So I definitely recognize it there, and it's also because I know some of the people who are on the shows because they went to my high school, and I won't say who and where. But so I will, definitely say that.
She'll tell me and then I'll tell y'all.
But I'm also wanting to go back to the point of like my sister and I are 22 months apart. So we are close in age. And with us being close in age, I'll say that my mom, as an educator too, she also kind of looked to see what our focus areas would be just based on who we were as individuals. And I know she wanted us to be close, and we are very close, but we also are very different. And my mom was like, I'm expressive like Austin. So she's like, she's expressive, so I'm going to get her a journal. She has feelings, she has emotions. Sometimes she doesn't know what to do with these things. So you know what? I'm going to get her a journal. And I want her to write it all out. I still write in my journal to this day. But she didn't give my sister a journal. And I'm like, now why are you giving me a journal? Now you're not giving her a journal. What's up with that? And Tracy was like the math person. Tracy could fix anything. She could fix a VCR. The TVs don't match. She could make certain that everything matches. Now we have where, you can get your computer and match your teeth. She can do all of those things. I'm just sitting there like, girl, I write words. I'm a word person. Go ahead and be all technical and get all of that stuff together. But I think my mom encouraged that because she had those skills. And I just feel like she saw it and she said, you know what? We're going to have you do some of the similar things. We're going to have you in dance. We're going to have you in gymnastics. But even over time, we saw that, you're better at this, than she is at that. Or so Helen, you do the vocals on this. Tracy, you play the piano on this. And so even with that, it's still navigating and changing lanes. So I'm just encouraging parents on, this podcast to really just be intentional around watching and noticing and paying attention. Yes, do things together because there's value in that, and we want everyone in the family to appreciate that. But then we also want you to appreciate like the different personalities that your kids bring to the table too.
The one thing I want to double click on is the part where you got the journal, and then you wonder why Tracy didn't get the journal, but then also how did Tracy feel about it? And the reason why I say that is because I think parents worry about sameness. And if you don't treat all the kids the same, if you don't give them all the same, if you don't do the same activities, then you are either fostering some type of sibling rivalry or jealousy or wonder. So how would you respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, you do. And I won't say you won't even go through those type of emotions. It's like, why does she get to do something that I don't get to do? Or if you're 16, why is Tracy dating before me? Tracy has a boyfriend and I don't understand that. Like, so I have to have a boyfriend before I get to hang out like she does? What sense does that make? It's so you do have like those conversations, and sometimes they're abrasive, sometimes they're loud, sometimes they're stomping, and all of those things. I'm not saying that's not even realistic not to have those things. But then you look back over time and then you're like, you know what? Oh, this is why they did this.